Hi, ladies. First off, please forgive the corona beard and the fact that I'm at my home office instead of at the golf course. So it's good to see everybody. I guess I should say I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I wanted to fill you in a little bit on what we're doing as far as league goes this year. It's all written out too, but I thought this might be a really good way, just since we can't have a meeting, to do this. So here we go. And as always, all this stuff changes and it's morphing every day. So if you have any questions about anything, if you have any concerns about anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. Email is always going to be the best way. With all of our camps and stuff getting canceled in my house, the childcare situation has changed a little bit. So I'm going to be a whole lot more accessible via email than I am going to be at the clubhouse, especially until summer really gets rolling. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, or you can always talk to Kevin in the clubhouse as well. So just going to run through a couple of things real quick here. Our tee times this year are going to start at 5:10, and right now they run through 6:40. They're 10-minute intervals, and the idea behind 10 minutes is to keep us as spread out as possible. If we need more than that, that's fine. We'll move them forward though. So we'll add a 5 o'clock, maybe a 4:50. I don't want to go too much past 6:40 because I think we could run out of daylight. As you know, we just run out of daylight. So at this point in time, we aren't planning on doing any of our banquets or food things we've done in the past. Moment of silence for that. Sad. We're still planning on having the events though. So I would still like to have guest night. I'd still like to do the scramble events and those things. However, they will be tee timed events and not shotguns. We don't want to do anything that creates a lot of people in one place. We don't want to create a gathering if we don't have to. So every event we do this year right now, and again, all these things may change, but right now the plan is we'll do all of them as tee times, not as shotgun. So when you get done playing, there'll be a box that's mounted outside. I believe it's going to go outside the door over the cart barn, so the main front door there, where you can put your scorecard in, so you don't even have to come in. That envelope won't be on the board. That box will be outside, so you can put your scorecard in there. And from that, the prizes, the weekly prizes that we've done in the past, those have always been paid out in cash. We're not, at this point in time, we're not even accepting cash as a payment method. So we're not going to pay those out in cash. They'll be paid out in shop credit, which basically is Stony Creek funny money. So you can use it for anything Stony Creek you want. And the guys at the front counter, Steve, will have a list of how much you have. And if you have any questions on that, please feel free to reach out. We'll let you know exactly how much you have. You can apply it towards greens fees, cart fees, something in the pro shop, anything you want, lessons, any of that sort of stuff. That being said, too, we are asking that we leave the flag in the hole. So please don't touch the flag. Please don't take the flag out. Please don't tin the flag. We're just going to leave the flag alone is what we're going to do this year. We're doing that in all of our leagues. There's a pool noodle cut that's in the bottom that keeps the ball going all the way from the bottom, or all the way to the bottom. And you can, so the ball will go, it will go in, but it won't fall all the way to the bottom of the hole. We are also saying anything that is shorter than your putter grip is good. So about 12 inches, anything inside a foot is good. We've never done gimmies before, but we've also never been locked in our houses for 2 months before either. So anything inside your putter grip is good, unless you have one of those crazy putters that the grip's like this long, right? I don't recall seeing any of those, but if you do, just use your best judgment. So we're not out here trying to win the Solheim Cup or anything. The restrooms are open. The restrooms on the course are open, and the restrooms in the clubhouse are open. What we are asking is that there's only one person at a time in the restrooms, both on course and in the clubhouse. So, but you do have restroom facilities available. That being said, please don't arrive too early for your round. I'm not saying I want you to come squealing in the parking lot last second style, but we also don't want to create a situation where we have a social hour beforehand. And I know that's what a lot of this is about. I know league is about fun and about all of us being together. For us to make sure things are as safe as possible and to continue to get to do the things we want to do. The favor I would ask is that you arrive in time to do what you need to do to play. So if you need to change clothes or anything like that, that you arrive in time to do that, warm up, roll a couple putts, whatever it is. But if you have a 6:10 tee time, please don't show up at 5:10. We're asking this of all of our leagues, of all of our tee times, of everything, that people not arrive too early. This also goes at the end of our round. If you want to gather with people, that is totally 100% up to you. We would just ask that you not do it at Stony Creek. So you don't have to finish and get out. We're not saying run away, but I know sometimes it's fun to wait for the groups behind you and talk to them and hang out a little bit. We would just ask that you be mindful of not having big gatherings at the golf course on Wednesday nights. So all of that goes into trying to limit the number of people that are together at any given time. And one of the things we can do to help with that is if you don't want to come in the clubhouse, if you don't want to have transactions in the clubhouse, if you call us sometime, anytime, it doesn't have to be before the first one, you can decide to do this at any point in time. We can store your credit card in your profile. We can't see it. We don't know. Once we type the numbers in, they all get blocked out. As a matter of fact, it's not even stored in our system. It's stored with the credit card processor, which is one of the largest processors in the world. So it is completely safe and secure. But if we have your credit card on file, you can just get to the golf course, pick up the phone, say, hey, I'm here. I have the 5:40 tee time. I want to ride. And we'll go, great. Here's what it is. Hit the button. We charge you, and we say, please take cart number 57. And it's done. You never even have to come in to the clubhouse. So that's an option if you want to take it. If you don't want your credit card stored, you can still call. We can run your transaction over the phone and take care of you that way too. So there are options where you do not have to come in the clubhouse. We are trying to not have lines in the clubhouse. We're trying not to have a bunch of people lined up. Again, for the same reason we talked about before. So if that's a thing that you're comfortable with, please look at those as options. If you have any questions about any of those or any of this, just reach out. We can do our best to answer any of those and help you make the decision that's right for you. So also another reason we did the 10-minute intervals instead of the usual 7.5. So there shouldn't be as much of a press at the time to get everything paid for. Right now, carts are single rider only. What that means is you'll have a cart to yourself. You won't be riding with anyone. Right now, we are not offering double rider carts, even if you're okay with it. We anticipate sometime in June 14th seems to be the day that things kind of, we go from stage 3 to stage 4 or phase 3 to phase 4 or whatever it is. That seems to be the point in time where we will most likely be able to offer you the option to ride with somebody. Doesn't mean you have to. I think that probably for the remainder of this year, you will. You hear my kids yelling upstairs? I think that for the remainder of this year, you will probably always have the option to have a cart to yourself if you would like it. So these are the things that are changing constantly, daily. We're kind of out of the hourly changes, but man, things are changing certainly weekly and sometimes daily. So we'll keep you up to date on these things as to what's going on. But that's my anticipation, is that we're going to get to a point where you can choose to ride with whoever you're playing with. So a couple things we're doing a little bit differently this year than we have in past years. We're going to do all of our league fees are going to be paid online. Not the weekly fees, but the $50 fee that we use for payouts and prizes and end of the year favors and all that sort of stuff is going to be paid online. And there's a link in the email when you got to this that has that link in it. I would ask that everyone, before you play your first time, that you have those league fees paid so that we know who's in. And if you don't make the first week, that's okay. It doesn't matter. Whenever you start playing, if you can just please make sure your league fees are paid before you start playing. I know that's different. I know some people have written checks in the past. If the credit card thing or paying them online causes you trouble or any worry on anything like that, please reach out. We can work through something. We're just trying to we are trying to limit the transactions that we have in the clubhouse. That's our goal with all of these things, is limit the transactions we have in the clubhouse. So that being said, we will do our signups will be online too through a Sign Up Genius link. This is brand new. I think it's going to work really well. I think what it is going to mean is that remotely, you're going to be able to not only sign up, but you could also take yourself off. So if something comes up, you don't have to take the step of reaching out to somebody in the clubhouse and saying, please take me off the list, or is there something available later, or something like that. I believe the way this is set up is that once you go sign yourself up through the Sign Up Genius, if you need to change or amend your time or cancel it, you can do that, and you can do it real time, live, so you can see what's available. You can see if there's times, you can see who signed up where. So it's going to be exactly like standing in front of the paper sheet, except you can do it from anywhere. That's how I think it's going to work. Bear with me, and I appreciate the patience in getting it squared away. There may be some growing pains with this, but I think it's going to be really great. So the link will be on the Ladies League page on the website. I'll also send it. There'll be a new link. I believe there'll be a new link each week for each sign up. So I'll send that in the email of what the sign up for we'll probably try and go more than a week out. So anyway, that being said, one of the things we'd like to do too, I know there's always some challenge with signups and tee times. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people like to play earlier in the list, and I would ask that you vary when you sign up. So please don't always try to take the very, very first one. Please vary when you sign up so that everybody gets an opportunity to play at the time that works best for them. I don't have a way of making that happen for certain. But if you can just vary when you sign up, that would be really great, because it would help with that. Also, that being said, from a pace of play issue, please remember that unless you are the last group on there, there are people playing golf behind you. We expect golf should take no more than 2 hours for 9 holes. This year's going to be a little bit different, because normally I'd say you should be right behind the group in front of you. With 10-minute intervals, and those may change, we may go back down to our 7.5s, I'm not 100% sure. With 10-minute intervals, you may never see the group in front of you. And it's going to be very important that you understand where you are from a time standpoint. If you look at the bottom of the scorecard, there is a time stamp listed on each hole. That is your cumulative time. So if your tee time is 6 o'clock, that the bottom of each hole, there's a cumulative timestamp. When you're done with that hole, if you're past 6 o'clock plus that long, you are behind schedule. So please, please, please do your best to stay on time. And the best way to do that, I don't want anyone to be in a hurry. This is fun. It should be fun. The best way to make sure you are moving appropriately is that someone is always doing something to advance the group forward. Someone is always hitting. There are a lot of times we look out, and anytime a group is slow, anytime we have to ranger anybody at any point in time on the golf course, generally what gets them is it's not an ability thing, it's not an age thing, it's not how fast they walk from shot to shot. It's just simply there's a lot of time where no one's doing anything. So you can continue to have your conversations, and I want you to have as much fun as humanly possible, but just make sure that somebody's always doing something that's advancing the group forward. That's the best way to just stay on time, and that would be great. I hate to be the time police. I hate having these conversations. I wish we didn't have to have them, but your actions and how you play do have an effect on the enjoyment that the people behind you have. So please, please, please be mindful of it. One of the things we may have this year, just because of the way times are working out, is that there may very well be an afternoon and evening ranger. And I don't love the idea of having to ranger within our own group, but if it becomes an issue, it is certainly something that we will look at doing. So I think we've done great with pace a lot of the time. So I think we can keep it up, and I'm very positive about it. So let's see. Oh, clinics. So we are going to do clinics again this year. Kevin and I talked about it a lot. and we feel we can do it safely and we can still maintain social distancing, and it'll be great. But rather than jump right into them, usually we do them the first Wednesday. We're going to just push everything back a little bit. We're going to do the last Wednesday of the month. So they're going to be on June 24th, July 29th, and August 26th. That's when the clinics are going to be. That gives us a little extra time to figure some more stuff out. We just moved the range from 8 stations to 18 stations. So we're still trying to maintain the social distance thing and still play golf the way we want to play golf. So we're looking forward to those. Those are going to start at 4:40. 4:40. Kevin and I will be on the range. If you want to work on, whatever you want to work on, just come on over. You want to work on short game, you want to work on bunker, you want to putt, we'll do whatever we can. We'll work on it any way you want. We're just going to ask that everybody maintain social distance. We've all heard that a million times by now, right? And through everything we're doing, just please do your best to stay 6 feet away from everybody, other league members, our staff, everybody. So I look forward to seeing everybody at the back of the golf course, and add a sense of normalcy back to all of our lives. So I can't wait to see you guys soon. If you have any questions about any of this, if you have any concerns, if you have any comments, we want to hear it. We're working through all of this together is the way we look at it. With all of our leagues and our players and our staff and our family, we are all working through this together, and you guys are a huge part of that. So please, if you have any thoughts or ideas or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Again, I think email is the best way to reach me. It's what I'm going to be most responsive to, because I am at home more, working from home more, just because of our what we got going on. Every camp got canceled this summer, except golf camp. We're doing golf camp. So the best way to get hold of me is going to be email. But Kevin is very active in the league, and you guys see him a lot on Wednesday nights, so he can help you with anything too. And that's 317-773-1820. You can call him in the clubhouse. But that's it. I look forward to seeing everybody. I hope you're all doing well, and I can't wait to get all this started again. And I can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. Bye.